Hello one and all, and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Marie, and welcome to Building in the World of Strangerville. I just was feeling really inspired because of the new, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to mix it up. I know I saw somebody else building a industrial house, so I kind of wanted to do it with, this was actually before the new loft kit came out. And I wanted to try to build a micro home just because it is a little bit more of a challenge, only being able to have the 32 tiles. So we are building a getaway house for an actor. It is in Strangerville. I do believe the lot is Slip 42, which is a 20 by 15. And it is 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, obviously just for the 1 sim. I guess you could have, well, if you have the scoot over option in your game, you could have 2 sims, because I do believe it's a double bed upstairs. And it comes in at 37,636 simoleons. And honestly, for the most part, the main packs that were used in this is obviously Strangerville, base game, and Get Famous. And I don't know, there's a lot of objects in game that have to do with movies and acting, obviously because of Get Famous and that whole career of acting. But I don't know, I thought it would be kind of fun to use some items that I don't normally use. I'm not as comfortable building with the more industrial items in game. Also, I feel like I usually like a neutral tones to my builds, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this one's a little blander even, but it's a good difference, I suppose, to kind of mix it up. For one, I have never used these cabinets or these counters. Definitely not in this color, but they totally match the stove and the fridge. I do think maybe later I go back and change them a little bit, but it is a very small kitchen, of course, because it is a micro home, and so every tile that you use counts towards the house, and so yeah, it's a really good challenge if you're looking to try to build something that has a little bit more challenge to it. It's definitely a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, trying to make sure that you have everything that your Sims need, per se, just because, you know, of course you want to have a fridge and a toilet and a bed at least, so that it's functional for your Sims to eat and sleep and go to the bathroom. And then, you know, a luxury would be having some kind of shower for your hygiene, and something to do for fun, which we do have a TV in this build. It's actually a pretty big TV. I don't know, it was just really really new, and I never usually go for the for a super tiny bathroom like this, but I see it be done all the time, so it's totally doable. So you got your shower and your toilet in there, and they can just use the sink in the kitchen. And I'm also not really used to using this kind of flooring. It's kind of more concrete, so I do end up adding some rugs in there later. And I was really trying to kind of break up and add some dimension to the outside of the house, just because it's kind of like in an odd area. This is the lot in Strangerville that has like all the RVs and mobile homes, so it's kind of different to have it here. I don't think I've ever built on this lot before, and here I'm just trying to figure out like what kind of wallpapers, and I liked the gray, but I feel like it was just a little too dark and kind of I don't know, like too close in color to the flooring, so we do end up changing that a little bit later. But I do also want to address that it has been a while since a new video has uploaded. I had recently gotten a new job as a veterinarian assistant, so I work a lot, and but yeah, it's nice to take a break and actually build and play the game that I have loved all my life. So yeah, it's really nice to kind of get back into a little bit of it, and I'm very excited to see the pack refresh for Spa Day that's supposed to be coming out pretty soon. But yeah, and then as you can see, I've just placed down some rugs. Maybe I did keep the walls the same color. I'm not entirely sure if that changes later or not. It did take a while to like build this, just because it's a little bit more challenging in making sure that everything squeezes in okay. And then obviously there was a lot of time between actually filming this and then editing and voicing over, so it did take a while. But it is just for one sim, so I ended up using this single bed, I think. I cut out quite a bit, and I usually do whenever it comes to decorating. So this room had many different orientations that I went through, and using that big giant curtain was one of them. I have never used that item in my life. I didn't even know that we had that. And now we're just kind of decorating the outside. I wanted it to look not like a normal house, you know, not where you would think, oh, I'm driving by this house and it looks like a celebrity lives here. Because, like, that's not the vibe that we're trying to go for here. So, yeah. And the landscaping for this house is pretty minimal. I mean, it makes sense. It's in the desert, and it's just, you know, kind of off on its own. It's not really in the lush area or anything. And Strangerville has all those weird plants, so I didn't quite know what I wanted to use at first for the landscaping. But these pillars, columns, pillars, you know, around the same lines. Those columns I never really get to use either, so I thought that it looked really good with that metal, and it just kind of, it looks so industrial. I was actually quite proud. And then just kind of fencing in some areas. And it does have a little pool, so I mean, I guess that is kind of luxurious, and your Sims could earn their fun by swimming. I think that it counts as fitness skill as well, so I'm pretty sure. So you can definitely work on some skill building in this house, cooking and fitness. Yeah, and then just kind of placing some paths. You'll see that I go through a lot of options kind of surrounding the landscaping ideas that I was kind of having. I really like when people break up the backyards into sections. I feel like it kind of helps lay it out a little bit more and seems like more natural that way. One of the builders that I really like to watch is Evelyn, and she is amazing at breaking up backyards and like using spaces wisely to kind of plan out where things should be and where they should go. I watch so many sim YouTubers though, so it's not just her by any means. She's just a main one that inspires me to try that in my builds. But I really do. I watch so many. And some of them aren't even very well known, which is, I mean, it's great. I love finding them because some of their builds just absolutely blow me away. So if y'all have any suggestions on like who to watch, please leave them down below, and I would love to check out their channel and see their builds. I love seeing what inspires everybody, and I'm just so excited that The Sims has grown in such a crazy way. Today is actually the 7-year anniversary of The Sims 4 as I'm voicing this, so it's really crazy big deal, and I've loved The Sims all my life, and it's crazy to see it growing, and so many people love it, and it's, I mean, oh my god, the graphics and gameplay have came so far, and it's really a game that is like such a big part of my life and a big part of a lot of people's lives, and it's crazy to see it, and it's like all ages, like everybody knows what it is, and it's great. It's wonderful. But as you can see, we are kind of coming up on the end of things, kind of just making some last minute touches. This build will be up on the gallery. My gallery ID on Origin is MarieMoonie, so you can find it there, and you can follow me on there as well, so whenever new builds come out, they'll be on there as well. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and like this video, and if you aren't subbed to me, I would love for you to join the fun. I'm not somebody who overly posts a lot, so if you're worried about that, you're totally not gonna get that here. Nothing to be overwhelmed about. It's just all about having fun and chilling out, and yeah. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them down below for the next build, what you want to see here on the channel, and I always write them down and try my best to get to them. This was not a suggested build, but it was just something that I kind of wanted to try, and I had a lot of fun doing, and I used a ton of items that I don't usually use, including those rocks. And so yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. If you do want to follow me on social medias, they're all down below in the description. And until then, I will see you all in the next one. Toodles!